Hey guys, this is Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life, and in today's video I'm so excited because I get to show you some of the products from Tidbits Planners. Cami from Tidbits was so sweet and sent me a ton of stuff to show you and to use, and I'm so excited for what I have in store for it. I'm not going to be using it very conventionally, I would say. And so I'm really excited to get it set up and show it to you. But I wanted to show it to you first blank so that you can just see what it looks like. And then later, after I get everything set up, I'll do another video so that you can actually see how I'm using it. So I do have a lot to show you today, but the first thing I wanted to go through is the actual planner. This is the essence of why the company even exists. Cami was looking for a planner and couldn't find one that fit what she needed. And so she decided to do it herself. And I just have to say that it turned out so beautiful. This is only her second year making them. 2020 was the first year she did it. And I just think she absolutely nailed it because this is gorgeous. And all of the products are just exceptional. And I'm so excited about them. So this is the actual planner. I chose the color Lavender Dreams. She has 13 different colors that you can choose from, and I have a few more other colors I can show you so you can get an idea of what they look like. But I will absolutely leave a link in the description below, so that way you can check out all of the different colors and see what you like best. One thing that I know she did it very intentionally, and I love that she thought of this, is that even though there are 13 different colors, they all match. And I'll show you some of the other products that she has, but when you use them together, you can pick different colors or you can pick them all in the same color. And no matter what you choose, they will all look nice together. Cami is an interior decorator, and so she wanted to design a product that would not just be beautiful to use, but would also look beautiful if it was displayed in your home. So the first thing I want to point out about this is that this is actually a slipcover that the planner goes into, and this is a really nice box. Like, this is solid. This is almost as thick as the cover itself. Actually, I think it is as thick as the cover itself. So this is there to protect it. It even has the black foiling on it, and this is such a cool way to keep it protected. So then you can keep it in the sleeve, you can keep it out of the sleeve. Either way, it looks beautiful, but I love that she included this as just an added protection for her planners. So on the front, you do have where it says Day Planner, and that is also the black foiled. If you can see, I don't know if it'll shimmer in the camera, but it is glossy and it looks beautiful. On the side, it also says Day Planner 2021, and then on the back, Think It, Dream It, Plan It, Do It, which I love that. So like I said, this is the Lavender Dreams, so it's a light purple. I love that it's almost even neutral. It's such a light purple. Lavender is just one of my favorite colors, and I just think it's gorgeous. All right, and then opening up on the inside cover, you have this beautiful pattern. And one thing I have to point out is this book from the very beginning opens so easily. It doesn't feel like it's cracking the spine or that it has to be worn in or anything. Just automatically, it just opens so nice. And then on the front cover, you have a paper pocket that you can slide things in. Each planner comes with the perpetual dates calendar. This is something that was printed in the last edition of the planner, I believe, and then she decided to make it a separate book. There's even some note pages in the back of it. But that way you can just carry it over from year to year, and you don't have to just rewrite them in every new planner. So that's really cool. The other thing that each planner comes with is this little card, just a little note from Cami, and then on the back there is a coupon for you to get 10% off your future orders. And she even points out that you can use the coupon on top of sales. So if you see that she's having a sale, you can still use the coupon. So I think that's really awesome that not only does she allow that, but she actually pointed it out. So that's pretty cool too. So then the next page that you have is just the title page, and I did already write my name in it because I wanted to try out her pen, which I will show you that in a minute too. You have 2 years at a glance here. I love how clean everything looks. This is a very neutral planner. If you are looking for something that is very clean and just not crowded, not busy, these are amazing planners. So I love that you have 2 full years here, and then you have space for notes that you can put in a guide. Like if you mark certain dates, you can put in what your key is for each of the different colors or however you mark it. Or just if you have notes about what's going on during the year, there's space to write that down. So then you get the quote page. And then you have 12 boxes, one for each month, where you can put whatever you need. You can put things that are going on in each month. You can put in your goals. You can put things that you're tracking. Whatever you want. Like it says, limitless possibilities. You can use this for however you need. I appreciate that through this whole planner, Cami has not filled in titles and headings of things to fit one specific category. Now, when things like that are in planners, you can always change them, but I love that she intentionally left it blank so that it can fit any lifestyle, anything that you need. Her intention very specifically was to not assume anything about what you would need and to let you decide how you wanted to use the spaces. All right, and then turning the page, we're going to get into one of the cool features that I have actually never seen in a hardbound planner. And that is it has tabs on the side. I think this is such a cool thing because, like I said, I've never seen a hardbound planner that put tabs on it. And not only that, but they are flush with the edge of the book, so they're not going to stick out and get bent. They're just tucked within it. You can get to each month easily without just trying to have to guess where it is, but I love that feature. And then here's the monthly calendar. Again, it's very clean, very simple. In the sidebar, she has boxes for you to put headings, but again, she has not filled them in. She leaves them for you to decide what you would need in those spaces. The next page within each month is some note pages. This side you have the 4 boxed sections. You have one longer box and then a medium-sized box here. And then you just have one big lined notes page. I love note pages, especially within the month. I just think this was a great way to add in more planning space. Again, none of the titles are filled in. You can use it however you'd like. And then here's the weekly layout. Another thing to point out, this is lay flat binding. So you're going to have as much room to write as you can possibly get without the middle seam impeding on that space. And it's even more evident when you get into like the middle of the book. It actually opens up even more clean towards the middle. This one has a tiny ridge just because it's on the outside, but it's still much flatter than if you were to get a normal bound book. On each weekly page, you have a quote up at the top, and that does change weekly. Each day you have a box that's just blank. You can write in it whatever you want. And then you have an hourly section that goes from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. I love that she included both blank space and also the hourly section. Most of the hourly planners that I've seen, they don't give you room to write a to-do list. And so I love that this planner actually has space where you can include a to-do list as well as your schedule or time blocking or however you plan to use the rest of it, this section. There are very definitive hour lines, and then in between each one you do have the half-hour lines too. But so you have the option of the half-hour marks if you want it, but if it's not something that you need, you can just ignore that too. And then again in the sidebar you have 3 different sections, none of which are filled in with anything specific. And then at the top you have a habit tracker. The one thing I do wish is that the habit tracker had maybe even just one more spot. I tend to just have more than 3 things that I would like to track. Usually it's around 4. And so my personal preference would be to have 4, but I love that it's even here to begin with because I always love my habit trackers. So then each week looks like that. And this is a 12-month dated planner. So this goes for all of 2021. And each week is dated. Then at the end of the month, it moves into the next monthly calendar. And so that's what you get for each month. You have the monthly calendar, the notes page, and then your weekly spreads. Then, moving on to the back of the book. In the very back, the last tab is for notes. And she gives you a lot of notes pages. So the first thing you actually have in this section is a year in review and a 2021 highlights. So I love that it has a little bit of reflection, that you can write down things that happened. You can even go throughout the year. Every time something happens in the month, you can write it down or review it at the end of each month. But then I love at the end, you have sort of a memory of just the things that happened throughout the year. Then you have a page for the coming year and looking ahead to 2022. So anything that you know is coming up, you can mark that. If you need to take notes for something that you're planning, you've got a specific space for that too. And then come just the regular notes pages. So it starts with lined pages, and then it moves on to some graph pages, and then dot grid. So there's really something for everyone. So whatever type of notes pages you like best, there's some of all of them. And then at the end of it, you just have a thank you page and a little bit of information about the company and their social media. And then in the back, you have another paper cover. So that is the end of the Tidbits Planner. Some other things to mention: there are 2 ribbon bookmarks in the planner to help you mark your pages. Also, one thing I always have to mention is the paper quality. All of the Tidbits products are made with 80-pound bleed-proof paper. This is really nice, smooth paper, and I think it would work really well with most pens. Another thing I didn't mention, but is probably good to know, this is a 7.5 by 9-inch planner. So it's not quite full letter size, but this isn't a small planner either. It's actually one of my favorite size ranges. It just fits really well in your hands, and it's small enough that you can carry it around if you need to, but it's also big enough that it does give you plenty of room to write in. All right, and then the next products that I want to show you are all notebooks. So I have 3 notebooks here. Actually, one's a notebook, one's a journal, and one's a sketchbook. And these are all some of the other colors that they have. So this is the Lavender Dreams. This one is called Fog. It's a really light gray. And if you look, this one is white. It's a very subtle difference. I mean, it is a very light gray, but it's so pretty. And I think this is actually one of my favorite colors. And then the last one I have to show you is called Shadow, I believe. And this one is a little bit of a darker gray. They have one more color that the notebooks come in, and that's called Oatmeal. And that's more of a cream color. So the planners themselves come in 13 different colors. The journal, the sketchbook, and the notebook have 4 different colors that you can choose from. And this is what I mean when they all match together. So these are 4 different colors, but when you line them up next to each other, they all match and they all look beautiful together. And I love that she thought far enough in advance to design them this way. They're all very classic, very clean, and very professional looking. So I do want to show you the insides of the rest of these. Oop, bumped the camera. So put the planner off to the side. Okay, so like the planner, all of these come with the sleeve too. It's the same quality sleeve, and every one of the books has one. They always come in the same color that the book is in too. Okay, so here's the notebook. Again, it has the black foiling on the front. The quality of these is exactly the same as the planner. The only difference is the inside pages. Again, you have the pocket on the front and the back covers. Get the title page, and then you just go into lined pages. And the entire book, it's 200 pages, and they're all lined. It's the same paper quality, the 80-pound paper. And it has a ribbon bookmark as well, tucked in there. And it's just perfect for whatever you would need a notebook for. I would say that it would make a beautiful journal, but she also has a journal. So let me show you the difference between the notebook and the journal. So this is the shadow color again. Inside you have the pockets on both covers. And the journal is pretty similar to the notebook, except at the top of every page it has a space for the date. And then it has 200 pages in here, and they're all just the dated pages. And then there's the back. Another really cool option. So if you wanted something with dates, then the journal is the one for you. And then the last one that I have is the sketchbook. And this is pretty cool too. It's just like the other ones. It has the pocket, except the inside is all blank pages. this would be such a cool way to keep art that you create. It's something that would hold up for years to come and look beautiful. Same with any of these. These are amazing books that you could use to create so many things that would just last. They're not just cheap books that you're just gonna fill up with random notes and then throw away. You can most certainly put random notes in it, but I love that it's something that you can use to record things that you actually want to keep around for a long time. So like I said earlier, she sent me the ultimate bundle, which includes the day planner, the notebook, the journal, and the sketchbook, and then it also has a few other things included. One of those is the Tidbits pen, and I am so sold on this pen. I'm not usually a fan of thin-tipped pens, and this is a .38. Like, this is a really fine tip pen. And the reason I tend to not like them is because they don't write smoothly. They skip and they just feel scratchy, and I hate that. This pen is so smooth. That tip is itty bitty and it writes so nicely. I'm totally sold. I'm obsessed with these pens, and I can pretty much guarantee I will be buying more of them because I really love these pens. I also received 2 pen loops. She has these white ones that have her little leaf logo on them, and then she has this black one that has kind of like a little hash pattern on it, if you can see that. It's actually more of a dark gray, so not black. But there's that. They come in packs of 2, just like this. You get one of each, and they're perfect for putting on any of the books or the planner. You can put them on the front cover, like right there, or you can put them in the back cover too. And both of them, oops, do it the right way. Like, however you do it, it would look really good. So, like, both the black and the white look awesome. That's just another bonus of having such a neutral color scheme. All of the colors that the planners come in, they all have, I believe it's like a gray undertone to it. So that's what helps them all match together. And so then again, having gray and white pen loops just match everything. All right, and then the last thing I want to show you are these little notebooks. So I received 10 of these. They're sold in a pack of 10. When I first saw these, I was thinking, oh, they're just cute little notebooks that you can just toss in your purse and have to write notes down. Well, yes, they are, but the paper is really nice in here. I don't know if it's actually quite the same as the one that's in the planner, but it's still really nice paper. It's really smooth. It's bright white, and these are just such cute little books. They have the stitched binding on the side, and these covers are like a coated cardstock. They're really pretty. Like, I'm really impressed. I thought these were going to be a much, I want to say, cheaper quality, which I should have known because all of this is just amazing quality, and I'm so impressed. But here, you can use these to see what some of the other colors are. There are 10 of them here, and there are 13 planner colors. And so I would assume that these are what most of the colors are that the planners come in, except for a few of them. So each of the notebooks is the same except for the color on the outside. They're all just blank paper on the inside. They are great for either throwing in the front of your planner. I actually tried it out because I thought it would kind of bulk up the planner if you put them in there. But it actually doesn't too bad. Like, it actually sits in there pretty nice. I mean, it comes out a little, but not enough to bother me, because usually with a hardcover you have to be careful what you put in it because the slightest things will make it look bulky, but these actually fit in there pretty nicely, so I thought that was really cool. So again, you can put them in your planner, you can toss them in your bag just to do notes while you're out, you can put your shopping list in them. If you have kids that are restless somewhere, you can hand them one of them to draw in or to keep them busy. So there's tons of things that you can use these little notebooks for, and I just think this was such a great idea, and they're so cute. They're probably, I want to say they're a little bit smaller than a 4x6. Maybe like 4x5.5, something, I don't know. They're small little notebooks, but these are really nice, and I think they will come in handy for so many things. So these are the things that I received from Tidbits. I love all of these things, and the planner especially. I think it is so useful the way the weekly page is set up. I love that it's flexible enough to work however you need it to, because that's one of the huge things about planners, is having them too specific makes it so it works for practically nobody. But when you have a planner that's flexible and can be customized for an individual's needs, then just about anybody will find this useful. And so if you're still looking for a planner for 2021, or you have another need for another planner, because we all know that I definitely do not use one planner at a time. So if you need another planner for 2021, I highly recommend trying out Tidbits Planners. They are well worth it and just an amazing product. So I will link to all of these products in the description below. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.